Jungkook was a huge fan of science fiction and time travel stories. He loved to imagine what it would be like to go back in time and experience life in a different era. So, when he stumbled upon an antique pocket watch at a local flea market, he couldn't resist buying it. Little did he know that pocket watch would change his life forever. After admiring the intricate design and craftsmanship of the pocket watch, Jungkook decided to wind it up and see if it still worked. To his surprise, the watch started ticking and a bright light began to emit from the face. Before he knew it, he was transported back in time to the year 1920. Jungkook was in shock as he looked around and saw the vintage cars, the old-fashioned street lamps, and the people dressed in vintage clothing. He felt like he was in a dream, but he knew this was real. He wandered around the streets, taking in the sights and sounds of this new world. He felt like he had traveled back in time and he was eager to explore. As he walked, he noticed a group of people gathered around a small stage. Curious, he made his way over and saw a young woman singing and playing guitar. Her voice was angelic and Jungkook was mesmerized by her performance. After the show, he introduced himself to her and they hit it off immediately. Her name was Yuna and she was a struggling musician trying to make a name for herself in the big city. Jungkook was drawn to her talent and passion for music and they quickly became good friends. They spent their days exploring the city together and learning about each other's lives. But as much as Jungkook loved being in the past and experiencing life in a different time, he knew he couldn't stay there forever. He missed his family and friends back in the present day, and he knew he had to find a way back. One day, as he and Yuna were walking by a clock tower, Jungkook remembered the pocket watch he had used to travel back in time. He realized that he could use the watch to return to his own time. Excited and nervous, he pulled out the pocket watch and wound it up. As the light emitted from the face, he hugged Yuna goodbye and stepped into the light. The next thing Jungkook knew, he was back in his own time, standing in the same spot where he had bought this pocket watch. He looked down at the watch and saw that it had stopped ticking. He knew that he had used up all the time travel power it had. But he was grateful for the experience and the memories he had made. He knew that he would never forget Yuna and the time he had spent in the past. And he was eager to see what other adventures lay ahead for him in the future. Jungkook put the pocket watch in a safe place as a reminder of his incredible journey through time. From that day on, he cherished every moment of his life, knowing that each one was a precious gift. And he always remembered the lesson he had learned from his time travel experience to live in the present. To cherish every moment and to never take anything for granted.